I think we've all gotten to the point where we've come home after a long day at work and we can't find our remote. We don't know if it's fallen underneath the couch, the kids ran off of it, the pet ran off of it, the dog ran off of it, the dog ate it. Who knows what happens to it? Sometimes you just lose them. Sometimes they break. So if you have a Roku TV, like I have this Roku Insignia TV. So if you have a Roku, you can use your tablet or your phone or pretty much any smartphone, tablet. It'll work on Android, iOS. Get the Roku remote app, and with this, you'll be able to control your TV. It will connect through your Wi-Fi connection or your internet connection. This thing's not Wi-Fi connected. I just run the good old-fashioned LAN connection to the TV. Makes it go a little bit faster and connect to the internet. And you can use this as your remote as a backup. And also, it has this lovely feature where you can plug your headphone jack into your tablet and listen to your TV. So if you're watching a program and maybe you don't want the kids to hear some of the language on the program, or you just want to have it quiet at night while you got kids sleeping, this is a great tool to have. Audio can transmit through it, kind of like what the original Roku remotes when you had the little Roku boxes. This is a great alternative, and I'll go to the table there and I'll show you how to install this app and how to use it. You go into the Play Store and you do a search for the Roku remote app. Comes there, and just install that. All this connects you through your Wi-Fi, all that. It uses your microphone, listens into you, all that good stuff. As long as you don't mind giving up some privacy. And here it is. Just downloads it there. Alright, so you go into your Roku app for your remote. So now this has become a remote. Well, here I gotta sync it. Continue. So it's doing a search on my Wi-Fi. So I turn the TV on. So that's one thing you need to do. Turn your TV on so it finds it. So right here it sees that there's a 43 Insignia Roku TV. So you click on that because it's connected. The TV is connected to the home Wi-Fi, so you have to connect the TV to your internet. And it's actually connected via a LAN connection. Anyway, so it shows you all this Roku stuff, the plugins and stuff, what's on. So it shows you all your channels and stuff, the Roku channel and all that sort of in the channel store. So you can install stuff through your channel store using this thing as well. Now the thing I like is it has the remote. This can like go to your home screen, go to your ports on your TV, whether you have a cable or satellite box. It also has this option here. You see a little headphone jack or picture of headphones. That is if you want to listen to your Roku TV through the headphones. So what you can do with that is you get a pair of headphones. I got some here, and on my tablet. Now this will work on your phone as well. Some phones, like the one I have, the phone case, headphones connected. Now, the only problem with this is the stuff that you can listen through your headphones through this, it'll pretty much stream it over your Wi-Fi connection or your internet, your home network connection. Really, is it only works with the streaming content, and it also works with the ATSC over-the-air content, but it wasn't working with my satellite receiver. It would not take the HDMI input off of the satellite receiver and put it over to my headphones. So that's not a good thing for if you have cable. But if you're using all the Roku streaming services, like if that's your Netflix and all that, it will work with this. So that's the good thing about it. But the downside is it does not work with any third-party component boxes. So this is the remote that came with my Insignia TV. Now if you have Roku, some of the earlier Rokus used to have like a headphone jack built into the remote, so you could actually listen to your Roku streaming stuff through your remote and like kind of walk around your house and listen to it. The Insignia TV remote does not have that. I believe it's IR. As you can see, it has the IR. It's not using RF, and that's another big thing with that. Now, I do have a remote that does use RF for audio. I've covered this in another video where I have my Magica remote, and I just use this on my Linux computer. It works on everything pretty much. It'll work on all. It works for Android. It'll work on Windows. And you have to put your settings so that you can listen to the audio through the headphone jack, but you can also listen to the audio through that. You can even talk into this thing here. It has like a little speaker and a little headset. So I use this mainly just for scrolling. But this is what I use for my computer. It's kind of a similar idea to what the original Roku remote was. And the reason why I stuck with Insignia when I cover the video of about my TVs is I've bought some Best Buy Insignia TVs before, and the thing I did like about it is my old TV that died on me, I can still use this remote for my new smart TV. So I can even get into Netflix and YouTube, and mostly YouTube. Roku channel, which also has some free movies on there as well. The only thing I found, which is kind of annoying, there is a keyboard feature here, and I tried to just search my own channel. I searched some of my own content, so I'm not showing anyone else's stuff. The disappointing thing is I still had to go through the alphabetical menu to type my search. I couldn't just type it in here. So that was kind of a downer of it, but it's not perfect. But that would be a great thing to update and add to this app. So, there, it keeps shutting off on me. So you can kind of scroll through your videos this way just by using your tablet. Here's a video I did where I talked about Galaxy 19. And just like any Roku TV, it will start streaming to your TV. There's some ad playing. So I hear the audio through the headphones here. Just hit the OK button to skip the ad. I think I paused it. So that stuff goes away. And there. You can stream stuff. Now, if, say you want to watch regular TV. See how it is. So you can go through your menu here. So the one thing I found is the satellite TV and the other HDMI inputs, and I think the DVD player, you can't send the audio through this thing, unfortunately, but it'll do the streaming content, and it will do the over-the-air stuff. So I'm not going to go to, for copyright reasons, I'm not going to go to the antenna stuff and start surfing, but the ATSC stuff will send through here. And that's, in my video where I've talked about this TV before, I had a few disappointments of the proprietary tools that they took out of it. For example, to record HDMI is like, because it does have a PVR capability. You can record live TV, pause live TV, but you can't set it up as a PVR. So this particular Roku Insignia TV, I was a little bit disappointed by that off the shelf it didn't have that, but it obviously, I believe that this technology that's in this should have it, but it just makes you have to go get like an Allure Tech over the air box to be able to record your over the air stuff. So I got my few apps here. And another thing that I use a lot is the Roku media player. That's just where you can have a bunch of files on a USB stick, and you can watch. There's a little spot in the back of the TV where you can plug in a USB stick and then watch. I just got home videos and stuff like that on there. You can do audio and all that sort of stuff, and it will connect to your network as well. So if you have a network hard drive with a bunch of media files on, you can connect to it this way with your Roku Insignia TV. Oh, there it is there. And I'd like to point out, with the Roku, Now, with the HDHomeRun, there is a way of getting the HDHomeRun to work with your Roku. Within the HDHomeRun, I just created a list of favorite channels. I won't click on them, but I'll just go through it. So it has the channels. It doesn't show the EPG guide with this because it's using the DLNA service, but I can still stream off of my HDHomeRun, although I already have this thing connected to my over-the-air antenna. But if you wanted to, or if, for the example, if you had your TV and you didn't have a section of your house wired with your rooftop over-the-air antenna, you can relay the signal through your with an HDHomeRun. You can relay your signal with your Wi-Fi. And like for example, on this tablet with the HDHomeRun, I can go sit in the backyard and watch my over-the-air TV channels on my tablet via Wi-Fi. It's kind of neat. Anyway, this is like the TV. I've been living with this TV for, it's been a while now, since the summertime. So we got through the winter with this. My family is very happy with it. My daughter can watch her kids shows on YouTube, her toy egg, LOL toy egg videos and all that type of stuff. So yeah, it's just essentially it's a remote. No numbers. It's actually, in some ways I like and I dislike it. That there's not the way the Roku idea, a lot of the smart TVs are, is it's just this. It's kind of like a controller. You go to your main menu, and I don't really have a problem with that. I'm just wondering, like for people who are not very technology savvy, that when they buy a smart TV, is it going to be as user friendly for them or not? And that's one concern I have. My parents haven't gotten one of these yet, so that's one thing I'm worried about. Being in Canada, one thing that does kind of stink a little bit is sometimes there'll be an app for services that are available in the United States that are not available here in Canada. And then we have Canadian broadcasters, which own all the broadcasters are owned by cable companies. They have an app which you can download and watch streaming to your TV for areas like my area that doesn't get the over-the-air broadcast channels. But they want your cable company bill identification number to make it work, which I don't have cable. I watch TV over the air. So that kind of sucks how they go about doing things. But I also have my Z Gamma remote, and I just want to point out that, as I said earlier, but just emphasize that I can't, if you have a cable or satellite set-top box, it's problem is the audio is not going to send through this thing to it because probably of some proprietary HDMI issues. It's probably possible for it to do it, but so they don't have that working properly. So what I did come up with a solution with my satellite receiver. I have it's an Enigma 2 free satellite TV receiver. So what I just simply do is I just stream it to either my laptop or my tablet, and I can get the audio. It streams the audio and video, but the only problem with that is this thing with the Roku player, the audio on that seems to be a little bit faster. Like it's more in sync. Where if I do try to watch it with my satellite receiver, it's probably about a second delayed. So you see the mouse moving on TV, and it's not synced up. So it is possible, but this thing does do it quite nicely, and it's kind of unfortunate that they didn't install or didn't have that ability. Now it's probably over on this end here that this would be the head end for what is streaming the other content. A bit of a downside to the app, but hey, I mean, just simply, if you just need something to control your TV, you can't find your remote dies, battery dies, and you need these TVs, they do have a controller. It's right around the back here. It's like this little, right there. It's right there on the TV, and you can navigate through it. It's like one button, which is kind of one button for a TV, but that's what we get these days. I remember in my day, we had a console TV, and it sat on the floor, and it took 2 men to carry it into the house, and it had a whole bunch of knobs and buttons that we could press. Had a little door. The door was the size of this 7-inch tablet when you had all the buttons to configure your TV. And then on YouTube, Bo, he loves the cat videos on YouTube, eh? You like to watch, you do love cat videos. It's funny how cats enjoy, this cat anyway, he enjoys watching cat videos. Sees another cat on TV, he wants to jump at the screen and attack it.